Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to walk through how to enter data into your graphing calculator. I've listed out a rough set of steps off to the left side of the screen. I've downloaded a TI-83 online emulator, so it acts just the same as a TI-83. This is almost identical to my TI-84, so if you have a TI-84, all the buttons are the same. I can't find any differences for the most part. And then if you have a TI-89, TI-89s are very similar. A little bit different though, so you might have to play around with it, see which buttons match up. Your setup is a tiny bit different. And then the TI Inspire, use your user manual. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with TI Inspires, but if it really comes down to it, I will totally walk through it with you and try to figure things out. I'll also try to look for YouTube videos of other people doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now for TI-89 and for TI Inspire. If I can find them, I'll post them up. If I can't, I'll help you out. Just bring your user manual and be ready for a little bit of frustration. Alright, so for TI-83s, for TI-84s, and probably the other TIs, very similar, if you want to enter data into your calculator, your graphing calculator, and graph it. So you don't have the equation, you only have data points. So first and foremost, go ahead and turn it on. I'm sorry you'll hear my mouse clicking in the background. So when you turn it on, your first step is then you click second, y equals, and that takes you to stat plot. Go ahead and click 1, so you want to do plot 1, and it says off, right? This is saying that it's off right now. Go ahead and turn it on, so press enter on. The type of graph, it has it on the first graph. You want the second graph, sorry, that one right there, so it will connect the lines. The X value, so your X list, should be on L1 and your Y list should be on L2. The mark doesn't matter. You can choose whether you want a square, a plus, or a dot for your points, your data points. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it on the box. So I'll go ahead and press enter. Alright, the next thing you want to enter your data table. So go ahead and click stat, and you're going to click edit. So your L1 is your X points, and your L2 are your Y points. At this point, just enter your data values. So I have a data table from one of the practice worksheets that I'm going to go ahead and enter my X values and my Y values. So my X values was from time 0 seconds to 10 seconds. So I'm going to press 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So those are all my X values. Then press the right arrow key to go over to the L2 column, and these will be my Y values. So I have 0.2, I have 0.1, and I'm pressing enter after each of my data points, right? 0.1, and then I have 0.05, 0.025, 0.02, 0.01, 0.0, oops, sorry, let me back up, 0.01, or 001. I'm just making data values up at this point because it gets pretty much down to 0 on the data table that I'm using. It's in the POGIL packet that we did the method of initial rates, the last page, page 9. So I'm just making data points up at this moment. Oops. Okay, so I've entered all my X values, I've entered all my Y values. The next step that you want to do is go to graph, so click graph, and it graphs it for you. For you guys, it might not look very nice, it might be like kind of zoomed out or something like that, so like if you zoom out enough times, it will look pretty terrible. So the way to fix that, I have it fixed already on mine. Go click zoom, and you can either scroll down to number 9 or just press number 9. It's zoom stat, and it just fixes your graph so it looks nice, it's zoomed in, it's in the frame, it fits very nicely because we had some pretty small Y values, right? 0.2 to 0. So if you graph it and the domain and range is like -80 to +80, your graph is going to be really tiny and you won't be able to see it. So press zoom and then number 9 and it will fix your graph for you. So that's how you enter your data into your graphing calculator. That's how you graph it. I'll make another separate video of how to make that into an equation, but hopefully this helps for you guys putting your data values into your graphing calculator. All right, I'll see you guys in class. Bye.